There we go, there we go. Welcome, welcome. Gotta make sure everything is up and running. There we go. Righty, righty. Alright. So, right. So yeah. So, we're playing through the Khvarena of Good and Evil today. Now, I've already started to play the first part of this, and then I was like, you know what, might as well just stream it. Just a little note that I should add, the stream will become grainy whenever there's fast movement. Not I can really do about it, I've tried my very best. The only fix I can possibly think of to get that is once I get my new internet and the whole cable management for Ethernet is sorted. But until then, it's just gonna have to be done. But to give you a little recap on the first part of this quest, we found a drum that was a old commission a adventurer kind of ditched, and we went back to Catherine. She told us a bunch of lore about an old district from the academia leaving here 500 years ago. I can't remember his name, but Catherine was like, yo, take on this commission, please. So that's what we're doing, and we're saving another area. But I'm actually quite sad to do this world quest though, because if it gets rid of the massive purple sky thing, man, which it will, I'm gonna be quite sad because that looks cool. So, but hey, now not much you can really do about that. So, before we do all of that though, just gotta make sure I clean up a few things. And then we should be good to go. Yep. Alright, that seems good. Alright, let's get it. Cease, cease, I say. Lady Surush. Weird name, but alright. You didn't have to attend to such trivial matters personally, let alone in front of these outsiders. Oh yeah, we also beat the shit out of this guy, because he said we weren't allowed here. We parries appear before whoever we wish, and our volition is not for you mere mortals to question. How dare you overstep your bounds? Ah, it's one of these characters, the high and mighty. This little thing is about Paimon size, and the way she talks is kind of funny. Why is Periol calling lady in that reverent tone? Oh yeah, Paimon's always jealous of flying, floaty things. Your sins will be judged, but the time for that has yet to come. The two of you over there, as envoys of the Academia, it is only polite to state your names first, no? Yeah, that's the voice I'll do for them. Posh and almighty. Yeah, we should have introduced ourselves first, but that high and mighty attitude of yours is... My words and actions are not contrary and traditions or principles of the parry. The same cannot be said for you nameless persons. Ugh. God, I don't know why I did a deep voice for Paimon then. Ugh, fine. We're not nameless. Paimon is Paimon, and she's Sophie. We're adventurers who came here on a commission. And I'm the one who is an adventurer. Hey, we adventure together all the time. Yeah, but I do most of the work. You just kind of tag along. Though I really do like the design of Sarush. Is it Sorush or just Sarush? Sarush sounds better. I really like the design though. And judging by the trailer that we did see, she's gonna be useful for like solving a lot of puzzles for what I've already seen in the desert. I need I need only know your names. Your other trivialities do not concern me. However, as for that drum, that item has a profound connection with us Parry, and is not something that you mere mortals should possess. Sophie, I command you present it to me immediately. Well, say please. Say please first, and then we have a deal. No way. At least sound nicer about it whilst when you're asking someone for a favor. Yeah, to be honest. Besides, this item is important to our commission. We're to hand it. Were we to hand it to the leader of the order of yours? Yeah, man, we need the Mara. If we give it to you and fail to complete the commission because of it, not only might we lose our reward, we might even have to pay Mara to the Adventurers Guild. That's a huge loss. Hey, you know what? When it comes to Mara, treasure, and food, Paimon knows what she's talking about, you know? You gotta respect it. Reward? Mara, to think you would risk your lives in a place fraught with peril for such frivolous matters. Reasons, God. I am very terrible at reading, by the way. Just a little note on that. You know nothing of what transpires here. One mistake would send your race tumbling into eternal samsara, and yet you commit deeds that are beyond even our comprehension. Huh, alright, the samsaras again. So, that reminds me again, to give you a little bit more information on what's kind of happening. There's the Abyss power that is currently corrupting this area, and then the power that's fighting against it, which is like the Khvarena, like that kind of power. I don't know if it goes by a different name, but that's kind of what's happening. And it seems like they were investigating or fighting against the Abyss like 500 years ago. It might even go beyond that as well. You humans are such interesting beings. No matter, I shall bring you to the leader you speak of. This item would remain worthy tribute, even if you should only present it to me after that meeting. That's more like it. Wait, that's still not right. We still have to deal with that huge hole in the sky, and if we don't... Huge hole? You refer to the sign of Apashar, then? You wish to quell this calamity with mere mortal coils? How presumptuous. It is the duty of us Parry to eradicate the sign of Apashar, and an endeavour that I, Sarush, shall give my all to accomplish. Well, you've done a good job on. You've done a great job on it so far. You've made great progress. To quell this calamity, I must follow in the footsteps of the divine bird. A bird? Shimurg. Shimurg. And sacrifice everything that one might call Sarush. Oh, don't tell me by the end of this world quest we're gonna lose Sarush. Oh, God, if that's the case, I don't know if I might... I'll probably never finish it if that's the case. I want to keep Sarush. To stand in my way is not a sin that one such as you may bear. Huh? Paimon doesn't think we'll need you to sacrifice yourself for this, though. In any case, this matter is far beyond your capabilities, and your intervention is futile. All you must do is bear silent to witness as I transcend. Transcend, eh? You shall receive remuneration from this guild of yours so long as the calamity is quelled, will you not? Still, do not forget to exroll my virtuals and loud my... God, I hate reading any kind of ancient or almighty race because they use some hard words to say or hard pronouncing words. Loud my accomplishments. After all, even the greatest hero shall require mere mortals like you to sing of their deeds. Well, I'll have you bloody know, Sarouche, that we've done some pretty good stuff so far. But Lady Sarouche, again, look at that. The Vijnanapati has instructed us to forbid suspicious individuals for interfering before the ritual is completed. I have decided, and as a parry, my word is law. God, what an annoying individual. Alright, follow me. I shall take you to the leader you spoke of. But gird yourselves all the same, that which lies ahead is not a place that human beings can easily step footing. To be honest, we've already got like 80% of the map done with teleporters. If you get lost or end up being eaten by some monster appearing out of nowhere, there shall be nothing I can do for you. Hey, we can handle ourselves. She really talks a big game, huh? Amen, Paimon. Let me say so, which means I'm not the one to blame. Yeah, wait, what are you saying? Look who sounds all reliable. Yeah, he's one of those characters that is like, oh, I can't tell you anything, and then he just proceeds to just reveal everything. Before we do, though, let's claim a few of these things. Ah. Okay, new quest. Like it, you get the Primo Gems. Right. We'll do the daily commissions later. When I get this done. Or just to the point where I unlock Sarouche. And we can do the puzzles. Oh shit. Ah, so this is how these get unlocked. Okay. Oh, before we go, we need these flowers. Don't know if they're gonna be transcendent materials.
There is no escape.
Oh, we're fine. Let me turn down the turn this down a little bit. It's
I see
way
everything.
too loud.
No, life lasts forever.
Sorry, Nahida. I was busy focusing on other things.
Things are about to get dicey.
My bad. God, is there a way to turn down combat volume? Because literally everything else is perfect, and then combat is just loud. What do you mean, Dev? Aren't these just Abyss Mages and Helitrils? They probably call them different things, though. To think you would so easily defeat Rampaging Dev. Your strength is most radiant indeed. Consider me impressed. They did kind of body the god of wisdom, so yikes. Though there is still quite the gap between you and us parry, the sight of you fighting vigilantly reminds me of those humans of legend who fought alongside us. I have decided then, you shall have the honor of being my Yanapati. Cool. The Yanapati, Paimon doesn't know what that is, but coming from you, it can't be anything good, really. It's like a slave. Do you not like... To be honest, that just means we've got a new title. Do you not have such things amongst humans? Strategists, scribes, and the like? Those who exist to praise the heroes whose stories they exist in. Neither of those jobs are what you just... Neither of those are jobs... are what you just described. No matter how great the hero, their deeds must be recorded and sung by others. If not, the same fate that befell ancient heroes shall befall them also. Though they may have loved violence and conflict, great deeds are still great deeds, and they deserve to be remembered. Hey, shit. Sarushi spitting facts, alright? Alas, those who love conflict would be consumed by it, and once they have slain each other, they were all lost. And because there were no authors or poets to tell of their deeds, once all who have lived in such times were gone, their works forgotten to the last. I will not be like them. Okay, Sarush, so can you tell us about Khvarena, please? I know this place is going to be heavy in Khvarena lore, judging by the trailers. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be reading, by the way, out loud. I already know my voice is going to be going, like, 20 more minutes of this is going to be gone. So, my great work shall shine so gloriously that the world itself would suffer great loss to not know of it. Thus I shall not give you permission to record. Oh, okay. No. Not interested, thanks. Alright. Whatever the case, it has been decided. Fret not, you shall be free to do so as you please, once I have sacrificed myself to restore the pure skies. See, that ain't okay. Till then, you shall witness my vagrant form. Sure thing. Right. Right. Before we carry on, let's heal Nahida because she kind of got bodied. Right. Let's have a little look-sees here. No. No way personally to turn down combat, unfortunately. Right, let me just do this real quick. Let's see. Okay, yep. That's sorted. Alright. And just turn that down a little bit then. Alright, I think we're good to go on that front. Hey, and we also get the Primo Gems from the reward early. Love to see it, lads.
Take it easy.
But yeah, so far, these areas have been really nice to explore. I was kind of capped out on Okay, before we continue, let's do at least one boss fight so we're not capped out at 160. I cannot allow myself to
Take it easy.
not allow myself to see myself at 160 resin. It's a curse. This boss, by the way, is going to be an absolute pain in the abyss. I am not looking forward to it. Not one bit.
Gotcha. This may hurt a little. There is no escape. See?
Sin must pay. One more sin upon your soul.
Grow. Sharing my knowledge. Inazuma shines eternal.
There we go. Okay. Easy. At least we didn't go to phase like 3 of it, or the 3rd shield. I think it's the first time I actually did it that quickly. Yeah, I am not looking forward to having that boss in the Spiral Abyss. Because I already know they're going to do that. Which is going to be a pain. Because that means you're going to have just one team dedicated to just countering those shields. Which won't be too bad. But it all just depends on the rotations. And what enemies are where.
Squall and fury.
But
Upon the gale.
only time can really tell if that's going to be the case. But the new hilly chills are definitely going to be there as well. Imagine if they put a pep dragon boss fight in there.
Following me. Too
Oh,
slow.
that would be pretty sick, to be honest. Don't know how they would do it, but the path here is now dotted with grey crystals. When I last left it, it was not yet so. Yeah, I think we need the green little floaty things, don't we, to get rid of these. The calamity. Yeah, tell us about it, please. The dark fire opened a bottomless hollow in this land, and the demons of Dev that crawled through the gap nearly turned this into a lightless realm. There's a realm in Tevat called the Light Realm, right? Is that a reference to that? Though the gap was blocked by the great tree, the dark fire's filth spread like seeds, and the countless dark and painful memories released by that corruption began to lay down roots and sprout. Okay. This persisted until the honored Lord of Khvarena, the divine bird Sumerg, I'm going to be absolutely botching these names, drank the primordial water. Huh. Left behind by our god before transforming herself into Khvarena of all kinds Khvarena of all kinds and scattering across the land. Okay, so I think Khvarena is the power that's on the same as the Abyss's power. So they're like equal powers fighting against each other. Okay. But the thing that's interesting to me there is the primordial water. That's very interesting. From that day, the Khvarena has taken the divine bird's place in defending this land, and those painful memories that leaked out have been sealed by Khvarena. What was left are these ubiquitous grey crystals. Though they seem no different from any other stone, they may contain objects that are yet to be purified. Yeah. The grey crystals in the area have increased of late. I suspect this must have something to do with the sign of Apishes. You know what, I'm gonna just begin shortening these names. I'm just gonna call it sign of Appa. There we go. Much easier. Dark power. But if we use the Khvarena's might, we can get rid of these crystals. If my senses do not deceive me, a wandering Khvarena should be nearby. Let us look around. Those should be those little green floaty orbs, right? Ah, there you are. There it is. Treasure hoarders. Keep up with me. Okay. Hey, look, to be honest, right? You've got to respect the treasure hoarders in this game, right? Bro, they are, like, only using shovels and, you know, all of that. He's having a good time in the back there. Like, these are just regular people, and they're going into, like, these dangerous areas that are on par of gods. You've got to respect it.
I see everything.
Behold,
But I am going to have to kill you all now.
you're dead.
Stop.
Take it and have fun.
Yeah. Sumeru's battle music is still, like, probably my favorite. Oh, actually, and Economia is probably a close second. That's also really good. Gonna make sure I grab that as well. There you are. Yoink. We'll be doing... The thing that I need to do as well is I still need to do this. Jet's, like, second world quest. Since I was told recently that a lot of lore that was dropped in the Hades story quest is related to that. So, you know, my bad for not doing that first. But, hey, how was I gonna know? But minor problems, minor problems. Where we're headed? Ah, up here. Okay. Alright. I'll try and suppress my loot gobbling urges whilst I'm trying to do this, because if I just loot everything, I'm gonna be here for a very long time. Okay. Lady Sush, Khvarena's envoy, you have returned. Though it has taken much work on my part, the analysis of documents regarding the rite of Chinvat will soon be complete. According to my research, we need only to collect all the great songs of Khvarena next, and your great work may then be completed. Wait a moment. You two are... Do not fret. They are Sophie and Paimon, my newly chosen Yasanapiti, and her companion. They are here to witness my great work. Hey now, Paimon hasn't agreed to that yet. A Yashnipati, you say? Though I will not question your most acute judgment, I fear that allowing ignorant outsiders into this land before the rite of Chinvat is is complete, before the rite of Jinvat is complete, may have untoward effects. Know that the people of the academia surely do not desire the rite's completion. Why though? Speak no further. I have my reasons for doing this. I may need to drink more instead, to be honest. This is making my lips smack. There we go. Apologies for any lip smacking in the future, lads. Well then, take that drum from before out, Sophie and Paimon. Yeah, to be honest, we also have another drum. We kind of picked it up whilst I was exploring. Didn't mean to do it. I think it's the water one. God. Yeah, a drum. Thank you. A drum, you say? Yes, this is an important catalyst for the ritual needed to forge a connection between ourselves and the party. I have searched for many years for this, and to think it now comes to me. This is indeed a good omen for my future plans. Why does he seem like a bad dude? He's giving me Abyss Herald in disguise vibes. It wouldn't be the first time we've seen that. It would be great if fates will also be with me when I lead the Order of Skeptics to throw down the Academia and burn down their House of Dina, or whatever they call it, to the ground. Well, that's a bit of a problem, my guy. It's a better place now. Wow, what a way to casually paint yourself as the villain. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, he has a fair point. The academia, probably when he left, the academia was corrupted still, you know? Villain! The academia, the true villains here, have no doubt of that. I forgot my introductions. I am Nasa Juna, the Vinjanapi, the Patty of the Order of the Skeptics. We who cultivate ourselves here, if you would use the terminology of the academia, I would be the equivalent of a sage. So he's the sage that left around disappeared 500 years ago, right? If so, how is he still alive? Or is he the descendant? Most likely that. But don't worry, we've got some new sages coming to the board. Like we've got Sino, we've got Layla, you know, we've got the Wanderer. We're fine in that department, my guy. There we go. You do not look much like those academia might send. We did take a commission from them after all. And, you know, good old Catherine told us to come here, so, you know, we gotta listen to Catherine. And so you are of them, after all, but it matters not. Even if the entire corps of 30 were to be sent here, my plans could not be halted. Yeah, so his view of the academia is still painted in a very negative light. That is very fair. If he's not seen the current academia. Well, whatever your sorry, that's Paimon's voice. Well, whatever your plans are, we didn't come here to stop them, that's for sure. So they would all say, those treacherous louts from the academia, and when my guard is down, you would stab me in the back. Hey look, if you actually went through with it, we're gonna body you. You know, we've taken a lot more serious problems down. Just like those people in funny masks who try to skulk about, tried to skulk about and steal our academic tomes. Would that be the Fatui? Oh, are they talking about the Abyss? They even dared to attack our honored envoy of the Khvarena, Lady Sarouche. and they met defeat at my hands, each one of them. Yeah, okay, so the way of the Fatui. The Fatui? I know not of what you speak, but they were city folk, so I doubt the academia would be far behind in the shadows. Do not look upon us as some miserable few who inhabit the Temia Mountains. So I wonder if, like, the Torre sent them over here, and they just kind of got bodied. We once had numbers that all the desert north of Mount Damvad would struggle to hold us. It is only because of our harsh environment and the slander and ostracism by the academia that we have been reduced to this. If it was not for the sage souls as myself holding things together and the protections of Khvarena, we skeptics would have been reduced to nothing long ago. Sounds like quite the disagreement, yes. Yeah, I love how sarcastic the traveler has gotten, by the way. Like, at the beginning of the story, the traveler's like, oh yeah, I'll help you, we'll do this. And I was just like, oh, yeah, man, tough story, bro. I'm all for it. It's just so done with everyone's shit. Catherine said that you have your differences, but it sure looks to Paimon like you skeptics really hate the academia. Say not hate, but rather that we simply cannot coexist. When I was young, I did go there to learn and attempt to mend our differences, but they treated me like an outsider. Though they feign politeness by calling us a branch of the academia, this is not but a means to belittle us. It is said that our predecessors had a clash of ideals with them, and so chose to go into the desert and stand against the darkness themselves. Okay, so he is a descendant of the predecessors. Okay, that's what I guessed. All for it. From that day on, we have been holding firm in the war against defilement, defending our land, and what have those useless louses been doing in the meantime? Compared to those pampered pendants, who have combined thought, word, and deeds far better deserve honor for our wisdom. Paimon doesn't quite get it. You need only to understand that conflict is the true nature of this world. Khvarena and impurity, Dari and the true way, it is these struggles for supremacy that have kept the Wisp world alive, just as surely as the sky does. Those Siphics, in their fancy darshans, believe that the fates of all are inscribed in the skies, and that this is the supreme wisdom and truth. But lack, the skies reflect defilement itself. Surely their truth, then, is an imperfect thing. This logic seems a tad messy. Hey, Melodo. Hope you're having a great day. Only those who dare to refute the truth can gain true wisdom. It seems like such courage is not found in you. God, I am terrible with these names. What voice did I do for her again? Narasuna, this is not the time to talk about such things. Have you not seen how grey crystals hem us in even more tightly? If we do not extinguish the sign of Apasha soon, things will grow much peril indeed. Well, speaking of the sign, right, that's right. We were taxed to fix this whole thing, but after all this talking, we still don't know what it's supposed to be. Ha! Well, our plans also involved extinguishing the celestial mark. As for what it is, if it must be described as anything, let us call it the water's surface. The celestial mark. Huh. The water's surface. Your explanation's just making things more confusing. The water's reflection, whilst an illusion, is nonetheless hides the truth within itself. So it is with the skies. It is like a mirage, if you have seen those things before. That big old the bigger hole up there is way spookier than any mirage. Facts. It is terrifying but cool. Well, it should be, for that celestial sign reflects an unworldly hellscape. Long, long ago, Camria. Oh, okay, so the word they use for Camria is Dari. I have to keep that in mind. Camria once built a facility here that connected them to the realms beyond. Huh. During the Great Disaster, which they say the Daria started, monsters swarmed from that very facility into the nations of the world. Ah, so this is why Camria just got absolutely bodied. I mean, if it's going by the theory that Camria is in the Abyss side, that makes sense. The monsters tore open a great rift that came to be called the Tunigi Hollow, and though they were sealed away with the new vein of the ancient tree, this mysterious sign appeared along with that. What the sign reflects is that which lies beyond the dark rift, and though the monsters cannot enter Tavat through that illusion, it is nonetheless eradicates corruption. Radiates corruption energies. Yeah, bro. All this raiding is gonna make my lips dry. They say that our very first Vijinamipati extinguished that strange sign together with... Oh no, it's the, with the parry. But as the power of impurity has strengthened over time, this ancient symbol has appeared once more. And should we leave it be, who knows? That hollow may truly re-emerge one day, and that ancient war will be reenacted. In truth, it might be interesting to live in such exciting times. Ayo, bro, alright, okay, we get it. You want some high dopamine. Is dopamine? Is dopamine the word I'm looking for? Let's have a look here. Yep, okay, it is dopamine. Gotcha. Yeah, my man just wants a rush of dopamine. What? No, that wouldn't be interesting at all. Facts. I mean, it kinda would, to be honest. Okay, screw that. It would be very interesting. It matters not. Simurg drank the... God. The Amrita left behind by our god, transmuting herself into limitless Khvarena. As the heirs to Divine Bird, solving this problem is the mission that we Parry have. I, Sarush, will surely leave behind a work great enough to be her equal. Of course, Khvarena's envoy, and we of the Order of the Skeptics shall surely help you see the duties through. What's all this talk about sacrifice? Is that really necessary to solve this problem? Well, in truth, I do not know. All documents regarding the sign of Apasha have long been lost, and the traditions and rites surrounding it have also ceased to be passed down. If it had not been for me constantly looking up what the documents were left, there might have not been any more left to know what the light of Chinvat existed at all. According to my research, the Pari are the descendants of Simurg, and should therefore also have the power to transform into Khvarena to purify the land. And would you not say that that grand sacrifice should save the world and the part of the Divine Bird's hairs very much suits our order's style? What? That's so... haphazard. God, I am... Why does English have to be so hard? Give me 2 seconds. There we go. This sacrifice you're talking about doesn't sound like a small thing either. Why aren't we thinking of other ways to solve this issue? Yeah, to be honest, it's kind of crazy how quick people are like, yep, I choose to sacrifice myself. Take Zhao, for example. That man is always just trying to find a way to sacrifice himself. I'm sure there's gotta be alternatives, right? Sophie, it's always been this way, hasn't it? Yep, I am very good at my job after all. I already said that you need not interfere. Simply witnessing my sacrifice shall suffice. It is something worth celebrating that we Parry should sacrifice our lives to purify the earth. Well, you say that, but I would ask that you keep a respectful distance from that which you do not comprehend, outsider. But since this is the case, well, I was planning to investigate the Tuniji Hollow to make preparations for the rite of Chinvat anyway. Why don't you come along? I trust that you also wish to see the scars left behind by the fissure that once led beyond our world's bounds. Yes, my guy, you are now speaking my language. When you see it, I believe you shall understand. Well, Paimon is kind of curious. So am I, Paimon. So am I. A sound plan. In that case, I shall lead the way. After all, you would find it impossible to freely traverse this land where Khvarena battles against impurity. Mayasana, follow me to the end. Watch me complete my mission. Cool. Hey, we unlock Parry now. Nice. Parry are very mysterious, Sarush, so to speak. And as the bloom card of her race, Sarush can replace your characters to fly and move. When Sarush is in flight, your character will stay in place to await her return. Whilst in flight, Sarush can ascend or descend, and can use the accelerate skill to increase her flight speed. Sarush cannot be too far from your character though, a bloom guard should never abandon another after all. Sarush can call upon the special energies within items around which mysterious mayflies dance. Press Sarush's interact skill to allow her to use her powers to guide the might of Khvarena. Hold her interact skill to cause her to stop and continuously channel Khvarena's might. During this time, you can control your character freely. Okay. As a parry, Sarush can also perceive some things beyond normal human sight. Ah, so that's what they're for. In that case, let me take you to the place where my fated sacrifice would be. Pale floater. You know, at least Paimon can acknowledge that she's annoying. I think that's character development. Ah, thank God the Wanderer makes this so much easier.
Upon the gale.
Upon the gale. Oh, wait, we also be able to equip. There we go. Hey. Okay, that's really cool. Oh, this is adorable. Oh, okay, I was...
Too slow. Squall and fury.
Alright. So, let's see.
Quit following me.
Yeah, let's grab a few of these things. I'm guessing I can only grab these whilst in... Oh, okay, the timed events. Hey. Plume of purifying light. Ugh. Oh. Give me those Primo gems. Let's see, and then he does that. Okay, I really like that, to be honest.
Quit following me.
Quit following me. I'm an edgy.
Quit following me.
I hate running with fucking Wanderer. Jesus. It's just constantly just hit. Quit following me. Quit following me. Hey, there we go. Finally level 9. Oh, we also get another key. Okay. That's so... It's so cool. Is that deep pit the Tuniki Hollow you were talking about earlier? There's such a huge crystals all over the place. Even bigger than the ones we saw before. They look scarier too. I mean, it just looks outright fucking sick. These were once huge trees used to seal and subdue the creatures of the dark depths. The powers of defilement has corrupted them, warping them into such forms as you see now. Since the monsters have been sealed, it sure doesn't look like anyone needs to sacrifice themselves again. They may have been sealed, but it certainly does not look good. This is why we must use the power of Khvarena to reopen the way. Hey, wouldn't that just release the monsters again? They took so much effort to seal too. I feel like it's more like, yeah, they get sealed, but they still let off corruption. No, I mean that we must open the path of the sign of Appa. The way to the rift in the earth was sealed long ago. It can never lead to the true darkness again. But that is exactly why that sealed rift does not indeed connect to the illusion of the abyss. But that is exactly why that sealed rift does indeed connect to the illusion of the abyss. We only used the great songs of Khvarena to stabilize the seal before, initiating the rite of Chimvat to pass through the darkness and reach the sign. This is a ritual performed by the Pari that will allow us to open a path through the darkness. It is said that first Vijinapati, Nagarjuna, and the Pari did just that. I wonder, even if it's just a slight part of it, they show us Camria as like we're passing through. That would be sick. I don't think they're gonna do that though. I feel like they're gonna keep Camria as a mystery for now. But we must first obtain the great songs and gather the power of Khvarena in order to initiate the rite. That's all well and good, but what will we do once we reach that sign that the sign is on? God, I'm so gassy. Oh, God. Excuse me. I do not know what happens after that. I have encountered legends that our first Vijina Naga... God. That word, by the way, very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. I think with that, I'm just going to call it Juna. Because... oh, that first part, one slip up, and you're done. Was lifted up to the heavens, where he used divine power to extinguish the sign, but that, I feel, is a mere myth. I believe that Khvarena envoys will have some way, since they can purify that defiling impurities. They must also have some way to extinguish the sign. Huh. Did Sarush not also say that she wishes to imitate the sacrifice of Sagmug? The world is built upon conflict and sacrifice, after all. Well, that's what Sarush says, sure, but that's way too irresponsible of you. Oh, don't fret. Before the necessaries of any sacrifice can be ascertained, we must still bring the great songs of Khvarena together. At the moment, we have yet to take even the first step forward. Well, we have a drum, and we also have another drum that I accidentally picked up whilst exploring, so... Uh-huh, says the guy who's just been talking this whole time. Well, basically, only the Pari who has been chosen as the Bloom Guard can touch the great songs. But our current envoy, Lady Surush, has yet to obtain that right. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it, then? Is that so? For all that bluster, you really aren't all that, huh, Surush? Alright, Paimon, okay, that's a bit fucking mean. You dare speak to me like that, pale floater. Love the name. Well, Paimon isn't a pale floater. Only by obtaining the twin-horned chaplet may she become the Bloom Guard. Being able to gather the power of Khvarena, as such, she must first be acknowledged by Lady Servan, the first Pari. God, lips always get dry reading this. Doesn't help that the names are like so just difficult to say. I can barely pronounce like basic English words, and it's like, oh yeah, say like
Niji Pashina, and it's like, bro, come on, man. Give me a break. She is a mighty parry who once fought alongside our ancestors. It is even said that she was the very parry who fought alongside the ancient heroes to subdue the embers of the abyss. But the elder of ours is utterly unreasonable. She refuses to acknowledge my dearest desire. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about that. Well, it's probably because she doesn't want you to sacrifice yourself. Still, even without the twin-horned chaplet, my sacrifice will suffice to accomplish this deed. Of course, I do not intend to doubt your desire to sacrifice yourself this way, but if you are unable to perform the rite and pass through the Dark Hollow, your wish will not be fulfilled nonetheless. However, I do have a suggestion. Lady Surush called you her your Yasinapati, did she not? What, do you want me to sacrifice myself? Yeah, fuck you. Why don't you go with her to the Vorukashi... the Oasis? That is where the Lady Servan may be found. To be honest, I'm pretty sure we've seen another one of them there, from what I can remember. Perhaps Lady Servan may yet change her mind should she see that we humans view Lady Surush as the predestined envoy. Yeah, my guy, and why aren't you going? Well, as for me, she would certainly look down on a bookish man like me, considering her many years of experience. Valid point, but I think he's just a coward more than anything, isn't he? I see you. Just making excuses for yourself, my guy. If she looked upon me, I doubt she would ever change her mind again. Yeah. Okay. That's some bullshit, my guy. You know, there's still a slight feeling that he's... like, he might be an Abyss Herald. I know it might be a bit of a stretch, but judging by what we've seen before in Economia, can't really change that possibility, can we? This is the only method we have to present to change our current situation, so please do go with Lady Surush to the sacred place protected by Khvarena. Aren't you a sneaky one? Looks like you're the only person coincidentally out of a job. Yeah, facts. Of course not. There is much I must do. For example, the preparations for the rite of Chimvat still must be done. Oh, that's some fucking bullshit you came up with. I must also consult the words of the ancient scribes once more to ascertain the locations of the great songs. I mean, I accidentally located one, so it's not really there in like some ancient location. I'm pretty sure there was just in a cave somewhere and we just kind of did some drums. As for the curry drum you brought, I believe I may now form a connection with the parry who sleep at present once more. Their awakening is necessary for the rite of Chimvat to occur. Regardless, I leave the matter of the twinned horn chaplet to you two. Once everything is complete, let us meet at the campsite upon the Temur Mountains. Oh well, so we have to look for the Parry Elder, right? Well, let's hope she isn't as nasty as Surush, that is. We tried to talk to her before we started this quest, and wasn't so welcoming, so probably ain't gonna go that well. What are you speaking? I need to do some investigating first. Alright, okay, just saying the same old. Alright. Okay, now that we've unlocked Sarouge, I think we should be able to do this now, yeah? Okay, so you throw fruits.
Too slow.
Okay, we shall do that real quick. Do we just... didn't mean to do that. Oh wait, no, I did collect it. Then we just do this. Okay, well that was definitely not the right thing to do. Okay, let me actually read this since... Okay, the fruits contain a mysterious pie. Press Saruch's interact skill to cause it to harvest the thing and gain the ability to throw them. Okay. Harvest, is it? Ah, I see. Bum, 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 bum. And then we just like drop it. Hey, okay. Pick up. And then bring it over here, right?
Shine down.
That we do.
Behold!
Pop, pop.
You dare to gaze upon me?
You dare.
Illusion shattered.
This way, pretty little one.
And pop. Oh, there's still one more. Okay.
Quit following me.
There is no escape.
Commit it to memory.
Squall and fury.
Good. Still hate rift around hounds altogether. They're annoying to deal with. That'll be fine. Okay, I'll do most of the collecting things on a different stream, because if I do this now, this stream will be probably 15 hours straight of just me loot gobbling everything. But I see some ore that I want to collect. Do we still know what this ore does yet? Or is it just something that's useless at the minute? I wonder if it's going to be used to ascend some weapons. That's currently what I'm thinking. There's a possibility. Ooh, what do you do? Sarush can use her power. I see. Oh, wrong button. I see. Ah, okay. Easy enough. Yeah. First time I came here was sick. I want to know what the bloody hell this froze. I mean, if the Abyss have creatures like that, that is terrifying. Low-key. Like, I ain't messing with that. No, sir. Because it reminds me of, like, the tail of a pet. When a pet made their first appearance, their tail had like spikes coming off it, kind of similar to that. I don't think it'll be a pep itself, like the tail. It's probably like a abyss creature, which is still terrifying to think of. Actually, real quick, I want to see what this is. So this is how they look like now. How pathetic. What are you talking about? Never mind, I just happened to witness the undignified states of my kind. No matter, we shall keep going. Alright, kind of roasting your people, alright? You see, that makes Paimon even more curious. Let Paimon have a look. Oh wow, that really is one strange tree. The way it's shaped like a circle looks almost like a door, right? Oh, it's gonna be the same as the portals in the forest. It might lead somewhere. Have no doors, you'll disturb the residents of Paris side of it. We simply bash through them. So it's called a forest tree, huh? But we're all there. Okay, so Paimon can't see the light. Okay. They are still trapped by the obsessions of the past, after all. Huh. It may not be what they wished for, but looking at the sight of them cling desperately to this world, how absurd and pathetic. Alright, Sarush, fuck you now. Just biting the shit out of them, just putting them down. They may look a little strange, but calling them pathetic is just mean. And looking at you being surrounded by so many plants, Paimon actually thought you'd feel at home. I only feel at home when I'm on the battlefield. Alright? Only the battle lasting until the end of time can be perceived as true eternity. Hey, the old Raiden Shogun would have loved that. Jesus. But the end of time and true eternity. Okay. Now that you're following me, you better grasp that as early as possible, pale floater. Wait. They exhausted their strength to the point where they could no longer maintain their form and was rejected by the Vurukashi Oasis for being tainted. Ah, okay, so that's like a little safe area. Legend has it that in ancient times, the Order of Skeptics would hold a ritual of purification from them, so to bring them all back to the Oasis. But nowadays, there remains no one in the Order of the Skeptics who is able to perform such ritual. Mwah. The best they can do is but to keep these trees alive. Bleh. But this only prolongs their suffering. Judging by their current appearance, they seem to have nothing left but bitter memories that they have to endure alone. That just seems like a shitty situation altogether, doesn't it? In a way, they have also fulfilled their mission, but it's all meaningless act compared to true sacrifice. Oh, what is it with, like, side characters in the... Not even side characters, to be honest. Just characters in general just wanting to, like, sacrifice themselves. It's actually wild. Looks like we should help them. Oh, Paimon just can't leave them here to suffer and endure it alone like this. You can't? That makes you weak, pale floater. Being compassionate is indeed one of the greatest Samurg's many noble qualities, but one cannot survive here with merely a kind heart. Besides, for us parry, to exhaust our strength in the final stand against evil is already the best ending one can dream of. I see no necessary to change anything. Well, that's what you think. Perhaps they have different ideas, you know? If Paimon was trapped here, Paimon would definitely want to go back home and be with everyone else. We parries share no such weaknesses. Fine, since even my my Yana Patti fancies so, I shall wake her up with my power and let you listen to her dimming voice. Yeah, we wake her up and she's just like, thank you. That was a lot of dialogue for just like a thing vibing. Ooh. Ugh. First it's those huge dogs, and now it's those huge bugs. Please, Help me bring whatever beans left behind here. So are these like just world quests? Ugh. Alright. If it's a world quest... Okay, it's a world quest so we can do it later. Whoa. So this giant snake fella is also sealed here? Yeah, so the abyss just has snakes? That's terrifying. Yes, but it does not have a sinful form. Perhaps it was merely unlucky to have been caught in the crossfire and sealed here. Okay, never mind. The abyss do not have giant snakes. Good to know. Well, maybe it's a good thing it's been sealed here. If not, it might just pop out of the ground and swallow us all in one go. Oh, it's probably the thing that we've seen in the desert before. You know, the thing that's just vibing in the ground. I don't think you'll be very good to eat, Paimon. Yeah, with that big diaper on her, Jesus. Paimon's not sure how to feel about that. You two certainly looks like you get on well. Of course, we're the best of buddies. Yeah, look, Paimon may drive the ever-living shit out of us. Like, just drives us insane. But hey, we all know if Paimon were to die, we would all be sad, alright? And when the inevitable comes that Paimon regains her power and, you know, she's given the choice of, betraying us or staying on our side, it's gonna be sad. Because if Paimon is the primordial one, and she's, like, the theory about her being split up is correct, she's gonna be given a choice like Kaya. Oh no, do not want to play Oro. But it is not also said that even constant companions would fail to notice if the other was spirited away by Sprite. These stories are quite common too. Yes. True. I mean, that implies to... Let me just do a quick meaning of this word real quick, because I am not... Yes, this does not answer my question of what that word meant. But this is similar to Dane and our brother, or our sibling, so to speak. Since Dane didn't realize, like, our sibling changing until it was too late. What are you talking about? Sophie would never do that. No promises, Paimon. I merely jest. If you are boss... God, I don't know why I'm getting gassy from water. If you are to boss some buddies, surely some ideal jokes will not move you. Yeah, Paimon. Why are you getting angry, eh? Well, we shall soon reach the oasis. Come, let us hurry. I can already tell my voice is gonna absolutely get bodied soon.
Shine down!
Shine
I see
down.
everything.
Things are about to get dicey.
This is a bit overkill, but I will. Love to see it. Bum, bum, bum.
Easy money.
It is easy money. Should really get like just a claymore user out. But I like my exploration team. Yeah, that's all we'll grab for today. Yoink. Yoink.
Illusion shattered.
Hey!
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Okay. Wait, we're heading up. But is there anything down here before we do head up? Ah, there was. Oh. So these just give you all world quests then, right?
Hey, I don't think we've met before. Are you Rihanna Pata? If you could, would you mind bringing me some the Umbruna crystals? It would bloom from where it cannot bloom.
So these are just like mini. Huh, I do not have any of these. That is quite a surprise. Not these things, right? Nope.
Behold!
Behold. Yoink. Due to the blockage. Alright, we have to do it in order? Okay. Then down here. Alright. I thought if I was going by the painting. Oh no, there is just a splooge on it. Oh, okay, I see now. I see what I have to do here. I have to grab this thing.
Upon the gale.
There we go. Okay, that did not work. Why did it not work? Wait, how am I... If we do this... Okay, I see. I see what we have to do now. Easy enough, easy enough. Hit that resets. Grab this one. Come down to here. Let them vibe there. Claim that. And then claim this one. Easy enough, boys.
Take it and have fun. Too slow.
Here we go, teleport up soon as well.
Quit following me.
Yeah, God, it still looks absolutely cool. It looks so sick. Up you go. Bop, 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 bop. What do these bells do though? Just real quick before we continue.
Too slow. Quit following me.
I am interested into what they do.
The wind rises.
Ah, they're time-based. Okay. Easy enough with this team, to be honest. And that is complete.
Easy money.
Okay, my loot goblin brain is happening again. I've got to be careful. Okay, we'll just leave out that today. Well, here anyway.
Behold! Upon the gale.
On the gale. And you know, I
The
think
wind
we'll just be
rises.
able to just do a little. I don't know. I mean, we could have just gone round, didn't we? Don't we? Paimon didn't think there would be such a huge patch of green on the other end of a mountain. We were just in the desert too. How strange. I mean, we're kind of still in it, aren't we? Impressive, it is not, is it not? It is our homeland, after all. The homeland of the Parry? So there's been a lot of other people like you here, right? Ugh. You know what? Paimon's not all that keen on going. Should you not be excited beyond words? And the big tree stump over there, it looks like it's holding off the stuff oozing out of that big hole. Oh god. That is the Havishipotikim, the sacred form of the god that has granted us Parry life. It is not just some large stump. Pronouncing these words is gonna be the death of me. One second. Is the stream okay? Okay. Decent. How do I change the thumbnail for that though? It should be looking alright. Yep, should be. But if not, let's do this and select just in case. And solidify that. That's a god? Well, we've seen other gods, but this is the first time we've seen one looking like that. True. That is because our god cannot be considered alive. 500 years ago, our great god gave all to quell the power of the disaster afflicting this place. But she was strained with... Mate, why am I getting gassy from water? What is in this? And could not be reborn in a purer plane. Thus, her divine consciousness continued to wander the mortal one. Sorry, lads, I have no idea what's going on. Cannot get rid of this gassiness. Our great god left us with the sanctioned Amarita, and the Lord of Vendor caused the Hamvi's god. It's like I'm casting a bloody spell trying to pronounce these names. To grow from that, thus anchoring our god to this realm. That's the same thing that happened to our sibling, right? His fate was like intertwined into Tavat, and that's how he became connected. Huh. The oasis have been nourished by the Emirata, and even the Khvarena that defends this earth gains its unending power by the grace of the Emirata. But this god of yours doesn't look too well. She's been trying to hold out against the stuff coming out of that hole this entire time. Her power maintains the seal over the Dark Hollow. I fear that the emergence of this sign is due to the attraction of that evil power. Bum, bum, ba, da, da, dum, dum. There we go. Bum. If it were not for the presence of the Havina, Havi, the defilement surging forth from that hollow would have been infected the entire world. But it is also due to performing this duty that the tree has deteriorated so much. I do not believe that I could ever bear to reduce. I do not believe that I could even bear to be reduced to such a state. That is why I must leave a legacy of heroism behind for all to remember before it does happen. Well, never mind that first. Let's go look for the Savant person, shall we? If we get the chaplet and fix the sky real quick, that might make your god feel all better too.
What?
Behold!
Grab some of these achievements.
Bum, bum, bum.
Same notification. Alright.
Quit following the wind rises.
Quit following me.
Yeah, okay. God. It's really firing off the neurons of just trying to grab everything I can possibly can. I still love this area though. It's like, it's small and simple, but it's beautiful, you know?
Too slow.
Hill Flow. Such a good name.
Squall Fury.
Also, the music here is just stunning. It's like peaceful, sad in a way, you know?
Quit following me.
Hey, yeah, last time we tried to talk to you, you told us to get out. Let's see. The first parry. Oh, so you're old. What voice should I do to you? Well, oh, if it's an odd one. Well, if it isn't Sarush, such a rare guest. It has been a while, Elder Savant. Elder? Well, if you call me that, then you should follow parry norms and cease consorting with those humans whose hearts are heavier with the I haven't gone against our norms. I have only made contacts with humanity to find a way to extinguish the skyfire, just as a divine bird did. There we go. And that is why you have learned of all the claptrap about sacrifice from the humans. We parry care nothing for such foolishness. Yeah. If I do an old voice, it's just gonna sound absolutely awful. So let's probably not do that. Isn't it our duty as parry to sacrifice ourselves in the battle against the defiling impurity? Man, Sarush just really wants to sacrifice themselves. It's kind of concerning. Await the call of destiny, Sarush. Destiny again, eh? Only humans rush in blindly. This destiny you speak of is a nebulous thing. I cannot simply be expected to sit and wait for it. And that is precisely the danger. The chaplet you seek contains the highest authority over Khvarena. In giving it to you, I may as well be handing the power of Khvarena over to those
untrustworthy humans. Can't you just have more faith in me, Elder? Ugh. You two. Looks like we're being left out of here, aren't we? Oh wait, that's Paimon's voice. Blech. Also, it seems like Sarusha loses that cocky attitude of hers in front of Savan. Huh? She's probably just fond of the weird roleplay. And those skeptics are all too happy to go along with her. I do not trust that guy, to be honest. He's too shady. Too shady indeed. Well then, little ones, you came with Sarush, yes? This is not a place that ordinary humans may visit lightly. Okay, so we're golden then, aren't we? Let me see. Well, you certainly aren't from the Order of the Skeptics. You seem to be outlanders, in fact. Huh, so does he know we come from... Who else is called us outlanders? The Unknown God and... There might have been a few other characters that have called us that. Well, in matters of courtesy, I suppose you two shall introduce yourselves first. I don't ask humans for their names often, you know. Oh well, what a pleasure it is. Paimon's Paimon, and she's Sophie, and we're adventurers who shuttle across Tavat. I am Sarusha's Yanapati. Her Yanashampati. How interesting. I just wish they did. I know, like, these names actually mean something, like, in, like, actual history of our world. And there's always connections to that. But goddamn, pronouncing them is driving me insane. Oh. She might have had a little misunderstanding somewhere, though. This is the forbidden land of the Pari, the paradise nourished by the Emirata, the shrine at which we pay the reverence to our great god. Only heroes who have forged bonds with the Pari and the Pilgrims who have come to genuflect before our god may enter. I shall take it that you are Sarusha's companions, then. It has been several hundred years since humans last visited our Sea of Flowers. That said, aren't there a ton of skeptics living outside in the desert? Don't they know how to enter this place? I shall not permit such discourage... Put me to sleep, man. Let this gorgeous float to enter our hidden realm. It's not really hidden though, is it? It's kind of just chilling out in the open. In the past, the wee Pari did indeed fight alongside their ancestors. We even lived here together. But many years have passed and folly has grown strong amongst them. Even the traditional rites have become utterly forgotten. None living amongst them can now forge a lopa with a Pari. They should have been the ones to conduct the rite of Apshur for the tree that suppresses the Dark Hollow, thus cleansing it of the filth that stained it. Yes, God, words are hard, man. Of the decay of the tree cannot be avoided, but if they had not neglected the rite and caused the seal to weaken, this terrifying sign would have never reappeared so soon. But human tradition is unreliable in this fashion. Compared to them, you outlanders, blank slates as you are, certainly seem more dependable. Thank you for the compliment, I guess. Dick. Paimon's not sure if you're actually praising us or not, but we're here to... I would guess that you're here about this sign in the sky. I doubt that anyone would notice our little nook if not for this great crisis. Well, we were commissioned to deal with this large hall, yes. Oh my, so it is as I guessed. It seems that even after so long, this short-lived race is as short-sighted as ever. Alright. I'm about to start throwing fists with this floaty thing then. It's starting to piss me off. Still, if it were not that way, would you even need us parry to act on your behalf? Ugh, looks like the parry are just pretty nasty as a whole. Yeah. Regardless, since human heroes have again graced our secret garden, it seems the gears of destiny have begun to turn once more. And you seem to be an interesting human being too. That takes me back. Once upon a time, I too traveled alongside humans as curious as you to quell a calamity. Perhaps you really might equal their great deeds. Well then, it's decided I shall give you a chance. Thank you. Shouldn't you put your trust in me instead? Yeah. It's already taken a toll on my voice, so we're gonna have to cut down on it a little bit. Imagination. But to solve the issue of the sign of a Pasha, we will need their strength. Sarush alone will not be able to open the path through the Dark Hollow, not even with the chaplet. This, perhaps, is another example of the rule of three. That was the same with the Aranaras, right? If I remember correctly. Like we had like 3 different powers that we could use. Paimon doesn't really know what you're saying, but as long as we can get the chaplet, it's fine. Indeed. Sophie, Paimon, do help Sarush out, alright? I don't need help. You're not being very honest, Sarush, but since your elder said so, guess you've just gotta listen to us. Yeah, how the tides have turned, Sarush. Well then, let's look for... these first needs are kind of tough to remember. Amen, Paimon. It's many years ago. I wonder if... I'm pretty sure we, when I was exploring yesterday, I'm pretty sure I ran into one and they were trapped in like a little bubble. So, that don't look good.
Everyone hold hands.
No, we can't read the mind. I leave it to you to help Sarush out. About Sarush. She is a good petal at hat. Okay. Shall read all of that. I'll read all of that in my own time. Let's see here. Right. I'm gonna have to quickly go just clean something, so I shall be back in about roughly 5 to 10 minutes. I'll try hurry up though, lads.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1. What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is. Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
Alright, boys. I am coming back.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
My hair is a bit shoveled, but hey, we're gonna make do. There we go.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
Yep, the heat of the therapist. Right. Alright, we're back. Back and ready to continue talking. A tree. Rashanu is there, but let us draw nearer. I fear that the running. How dare you cut me off? I thought you said people aren't allowed here. What are you doing here, my guy? Huh. It's you, Niza Jr. What's you doing here? As an what voice did I do? No. Honored envoy of Khvarena, and you two. Khvarena Pater and her companion, I suppose. Ugh, just call us Sophie and Paimon. Since I have been given such permission, then allow me to call you by those names. Do you remember what I mentioned earlier about how we skeptics have always been searching for the Kori drums? It was about them being important items for some ritual or something here. Well, while I can see that the proper terms were not remembered, that is the essence of the matter, yes. The two of you have been acknowledged by the Khvarena envoy, and yet you know little about our glorious history. I fear that you may be led astray by the hearsays and heterodoxes from the forest. Man, to be honest, you saying all these words is just making my head hurt. Can you just, like, simplify it? I know you people at the academia and people who came off from the academia, you talk big and do all these big shiny words, but god damn it, you're all so annoying. Honestly, it does just drive me insane. Allow me then to explain the true history of Basum and the Kori drums. I'll be honest, I'm not so concerned with this. Story time, is it? Joy. The traveler is such mood, bro. This is no idle yarn to be told after tea. It is the tale of our meeting with the parry, the scorns of the divine bird, and the long years of war we have endured here in this land thereafter. Paimon would prefer idle yarns in that case. Long ago, our predecessors worked to quell the disaster that occurred in this land, and formed a profound friendship with the parry. Basum's familiar had a preference for music, so we crafted curry drums for her. Curry drums? Curry drums. During the ceremony where our bonds with the parry were made official, 5 drums had to be gathered and played accordingly to scores. Though the Kori drums are long lost, the drum scores have withstood the corrosion of the sandstorms. As you can see, they have been almost perfectly preserved. Words shall nary describe the true magnificence of that occasion. When the Kori drums sounded, all things were reverberance in unison. It felt as if their sound could freely transverse space and time. Space and time, you say? Ha ha ha. Now you're speaking our law language. But before we do, let me snack on a little sweet. And we'll be golden to go, my dude. You can carry on telling us about this huge tale in a second. Just leave it there. Those who those who witnessed it were all shaken to the core. Even the elements themselves were stirred. Yo, bro, the Traveler is so sarcastic now. Sounds like a very lively time. It's a shame that we skeptics failed to pass on our legacy. I shouldn't have eaten that chocolate. Making it very hard to talk. Resulting in the loss of the curry jump. I'm just gonna call them curry jumps. However loudly we cried out, Basim's familiar would never again utter a word in response. Basim's familiar. Is this the Rashuna Sharus mentioned before? Is that who you're talking about? But why wouldn't she respond to the Order of the Skeptics call? The Parry and the Order of the Skeptics both value tradition and ceremony, so there is a routine to our actions. They talk about tradition, but then they lost their drums. This is hardly a peaceful land. That such things would happen is little surprise. Okay, seems like getting Ration back to the Oasis with us won't be easy. That is so. We will need to collect all the curry drums and play them according to the score. Thankfully, I have never once given up searching for the lost drums. I have been gathering the relevant clues even before your arrival. As one might have expected of you, Lord Nasurina. There's no need to flatter me after all. If Aradeva had not... My apologies. I referred to an elder among the Order of the Skeptics who left for Sumuri City to work on his light novels. The dreaded things. This heavy responsibility would not have fallen to me otherwise. He became a light novelist? He rambled on and about how warring against the Yai Publishing House editor and an opponent's ingenious invocation TCG. They needed to fit in TCG somewhere. Should still be considered war, but if you ask me, he's just turning into a ridiculous old geezer. But he's still an elder who knows more about our heritage than I do, so I have to ask him for information regarding any of disagreements we might have had. He's reluctant to answer any questions that don't have to do with light novels and card games, though it took me 3 whole questions to receive a single reply. Anyway, it took me a great deal of effort to just gather clues about the curry drums. Speaking of that, we did find curry drums other than the one Catherine gave us. Not the whole set of 5, but still. Oh, okay. Yay, new clues! But Nastruna, if you had the clues all along, why didn't you go look for the curry drums yourself? Man's weak, innit? That's an easy one to answer. Sophie, it seems like you're not in possession of a vision. That is right, I am not. And yet you're capable of bending the elements to your will. What an invaluable gift. Unfortunately, I wasn't blessed with such a gift. So, it is good that you are here. I mean, we could have saved a lot of trouble for Lady Surush with your help, otherwise. I would have to make other arrangements. But just as I said before, it seems like even fate is on my side. Lady Surush and you two, please come with me. Hidden treasures may be found closer by them we think. Yeah, good. Bum, bum, bum. While we do that, I want to eat the rest of this. How did I miss? The bin is literally right there. Okay.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone
Yeah,
and
we know.
unchanging.
Alright. I saw a world quest. That's strange. There's no path here at all. Seems like you're not all that good at guiding us, Juno. There are signs of rockfall. You are observant indeed, honored envoy. I am inclined to think that monster activity caused the rocks to collapse, and thus blocked this. Well, let us call it a path. God. Shouldn't have eaten chocolate if I'm doing voices. That was a bad idea. Would you maybe leave this one to me? Everyone, this problem only requires a little spark to solve. Ah yes, for safety concerns, please stand back a bit. My guy. Juna cleans the stone crevice before putting a small package inside. He fills the gap back up, retreats to a safe distance, lights the fuse, the large rocks blocking the way splinters into smaller pieces, and when the dust finally clears, a grey gate appears in its wake. Well, that's it for those stones blocking the way. Wait, why is there still a gate in the way? There's another gate to go through, huh? We used to be able to pass through. As for breaking the seal of this great gate, we will need your help, you two. Well, I guess that falls to us, huh? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Shine down!
I see everything.
Quietly now.
We're good. Ah, see, we're perfectly fine. Bum, bum, bum. Easy enough, lads. Easy enough. Oh, this is the Dendro one. Okay.
Behold!
There is no escape!
Do that. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to be playing goddamn music again.
The wind rises.
This place is full of grey crystals. Looks around a bit above. God. It is not too far from what I expected. The mechanism that sealed the Dendro drum was once here. It has been destroyed. There are even some notes here that show where the other curry drums might be found. Yeah, let's see. Which one have I already got? I think I've already gotten... Wait, there's one over there? Oh yeah, there's like a little place that you go off to the side before you enter the boss. Okay. I've gotten one of these two. I believe. I think I've gotten this one. After scouring the land for days, I finally find the curry bants. Alas, I like the shrimp to receive them. This is obvious and requires a rudimentary understanding. Animo and the Geo drums do not exist. The reason for the merits further investigation. Which one do we have? I think we picked up the cryo one, right? As the elder put it, when the curry drums were lost in a single night, the order of skeptics were overcome with great grief. Losing the drums meant losing the bridge that connected them to Barsam's familiar, and from then on, the young, were never again able to listen to her teachings. This was a grave incident indeed. Great efforts were made by all the search for the drums thereafter, but few gains were made due to the obstruction posed by the defiled energies. God. According to the elders, this is one of the old locations. But as you've seen, those without the power to combat the brute might of the defilement, those who cannot will the elements, and those who have not obtained the trust of the Khvarena's envoy are unable to reach this place. Okay. Also, shortening the names to make this easier on myself because I am terrible. The Diva also attempted to retrieve the Dendro drum here in his youth, but he did not succeed, and he has been silent about the matter ever since. Man got bodied, man. A sense of responsibility, perhaps, or was it his pride that closed his mouth? If it was from the academia, then there's a 60% chance it was the case. Always is with those folks. You know, when you said the Order of Skeptics had a terrible relationship with the academia, Paimon thought that you'll all just stay here. Now that there's a big hole in the sky, never mind not coming back to help out, don't you think it's kind of weird that he's just over in Sumeru City writing his novels and playing his cards? Perhaps he can achieve his fantasies in which he could not in reality. Yo, bro, the Traveler has been on a roasting session this entire, story quest so far, man. You mean writing the stories of his... You mean writing the stories of his failures into light novel, but changing the ending? How's that supposed to solve a real-life problem? People need hope in their lives, even if it isn't real. Fuck, man. Alright. Well, Paimon thinks that sticking together is our best chance of fixing this skyhole problem. It concerns Sarush too, after all. Your concern, Paimon, is rather wasted on one destined for such a grand sacrifice as I. Well, we already know that Sarush isn't gonna be killed. Or perhaps I should say that evaluating the choices and fates of others is, itself, an overly prideful act. Paimon's just... Sophie, help Paimon out here. Oh man, we're just here to complete a commission. Shouldn't we be saying that we just can't let you be? At this point, I think the Traveler's just so fucking fed up about just doing shit that they're just like, yo bro, we're just here to get paid at this point. Forgive my saying so, but such thoughts might be a bit unprofessional for adventurers and specialists. Well, that's goddamn too bad. Regardless, now that we know where the curry drums are, God, it's the word that I cannot say. We just need to retrieve them all. Although the trail here has been destroyed, that may not be the case in other places. Whether they are or not shall be little issue. Let us leave that task to my Patty. There should be no issue to someone of her caliber, no? Of course, we're professionals, you know. In that case, you can find the other curry drums so long as you follow these notes. I leave that to the two of you. Good luck. Right, Sophie, remember to record the drum scores of the stone walls. We'll definitely need them at some point. Great. Guessing it's this thing then? Fine, I shall leave a note. Drum score. God, I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. That'll work. Let's see, what are we actually doing here? You need the help of the... okay. Oh, that's not even the drum score. Okay. Never mind.
Too slow. Too slow. Behold!
I think the Wanderer is by far the most annoying person to like run and sprint with, because for some reason they decided to just give him like a voice line for like every time he's sprinting. Just it's so
Shine
annoying.
down.
Well, I know some characters have it, but for me personally, his voice lines are just most annoying in that aspect. Yo, Paimon, you remembered it? Alright, that is cap. That is the most bullshit thing Paimon has said on this journey so far. Like, she's remembered it.
Illusion
I'm
shattered.
sorry, lads. I need to copy something.
The wrong test subject.
Take it easy.
Alright. Let's copy these. Bum bum bum. Hey.
There is no escape.
Vibing, man. Grab this. Oh, there we go. Paimon's forgotten. Okay. Yeah, now that makes
The
more
wind
sense.
rises.
I mean, hopefully we don't need to remember them, because I have not been remembering any of these. And now we look for the
Follow
drums.
me.
Okay. Hey, that is the one that I got. Okay. Easy enough, easy enough.
Behold!
Yeah, we're heading down here. Okay. It's probably just declare that in it. Yeah. Alright. Grab this and just vomit. Alright, buzzing. Wait, which button am I at? Z. Okay. I do like that though. That is, it's a fun little thing they've added to. It's just a fun thing to use, to be honest. In general.
Curiosity deserves a reward.
Alright, heading down there. Alright. Oh, hello, Hilly
Shine
Bill.
down.
Go!
Gotcha. Here comes the cash. Take it easy.
Those Hilly Chill designs, by the way, are fucking
A
sick.
chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
They did a really good job on that. There we go. Ooh. What are you? Well, this is pretty obvious for the electro mill. Or the electro drum, so to speak. Yeah, so the one that I completed even before I started this world quest was the water one, where you were inside the cave full of water. I just used the Wanderer to just get all the things floating in the air, which you were meant to use your
Navigating the
new
world
companion
is a
to
whole
do
lot
that.
easier with a few different identities to choose from. There is no escape.
I don't know why I did that.
Squall and fury.
Committed to memory, the Temple of Wisdom.
Things are about to get Get dicey.
Oh, the brute.
Busted.
Easy enough, lads.
Take it easy.
That was pretty easy. Right. Is there anything in here that we can just nab before we go? Let's check up here real quick. And nothing.
Behold!
What about down here? Yeah, we can grab this real quick. Oh, we got a time trial as well. Eee, free chest. I'll take it.
Too slow. Unnecessary.
Ah, this leads back into here. Okay. Yoink. Where to next? Ah, to the boss. Oh, hello, Alex. Good to see you, man. Good morning to you as well. It is definitely half seven in the morning. I didn't realize. I think that'll get that done. Easy enough.
Take it and have fun.
Okay, we need to be above. Alright, alright. Oh, do we have to head over? Alright. Gotcha. Roger that, Chief.
Take it easy.
Oh, come on, man. Just leave me alone. And down we go. And thus we land. Ah, right. It'll be fine. We should plan our route in order to tell it all the... Oh, God. What am I planning, though? Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Huh? I see why they said plan ahead. Oh shit, bro, this is gonna be confusing me. That ain't the right way to go, is it? Alright. Around here, maybe? Yep, I am totally lost.
The wind rises. Too slow.
Pretty sure I'm doing this in totally the wrong order, but hey yo. If it works, it works.
Take it easy.
And this one goes here. Come on, get the last one, get the last one, get the last one. Hey. That gives you a long time to do that. Okay. Spent most of my time just running around like a maniac. Alright.
Too slow.
Give me that drum, man.
The drums have been required. And thus we return. Bum, ba-da-bum.
Take it easy.
Let's see. Next, we just need to put the curry drums back in their original places before performing the piece according to the scores on the stone walls, right? Russian will definitely be happier to answer us when she hates her favorite music. Do excuse my presumption, but the ritual that bound the Order of Skeptics to the parry is one of the great significance. I think that it would only be proper Order of Skeptics regulation if it's Patty, that is to say myself, were to preside over it. You didn't do any of the fucking work, my guy. No. Eh? But we were the ones that got all 5 curry drums. Yeah, man. Even if you are Lady Surish Patty, I believe this to be out of line. Or should I say, this prideful presumption upon her favour. You are crossing the line of pissing me off. Lady Surush is Khvarena's envoy. She might have behaved more implicitly to the two of you on account of your aid in fulfilling her destined mission. Yet, this is but a manifestation of her virtue, and not any credit of yours. Do not forget your place. Give praise and stand in awe of her every action as you should. Yeah, you're gonna get a fucking fist to the face if you don't shut up, my guy. You're so annoying. Seriously, man. That's what you say, but even though Sarush always acts all high and mighty, Paimon doesn't think she's all that great, or that distant from us. That does not sound like something that shall be written in the hum of praise. Well, I say it's praise enough by Paimon standards. Well, what about you then, Sophie? Do you want to play the curry drums and awaken the failure of Bassam for me? I'm not a bro. I've learned many forest tunes from the Aranara. Yep, and the Aranara sure do love music. And since Rashuna is someone who will respond to humans who call out to her using the music of the curry drums, she's definitely a music-loving parry too. You know what I might need to do, lads, is I'll probably finish up speaking this whole section, and then I'm probably gonna cut it for today and continue next time, because just voicing all of these has already tired out my throat. It's like putting me to bed pretty much. Paimon wonders if she'll enjoy the Aranaric music too. The musical scores of the curry drums cannot be compared to some forest ditties. Alright bro, are we gonna fucking scrap because you're starting to annoy me? They are part of Order of Skeptics tradition. Perhaps I should be the one to perform instead. Man, you're so annoying. Rather than let some outsiders do it. Nashu, you two have merely understood this task from mere writings. The way I see it, would she, experienced in performing arts as she is, not be the most reliable choice? The principles are the same, there should be no problem. But, yeah man, get put in your place, my guy. No buts. So I have decided, and so it shall be. Sophie shall do this deed. Thank you, Sarush. Well, if you say so, Sarush, then leave this to us. Just relax, Juna. We know the curry drums are very important. Sophie's not gonna ruin them or anything. Oh, setting the red flags, Jesus. Maybe. Ah, right, okay. So it's hit, heavy, hit, heavy. Alright. Hit. Hit. Huh? Oh, it's a silence. Okay. My bad. And then silence. And it was heavy. I have a memory of a goddamn fucking goldfish. There we go. Hey, vibes. Let's see. Hit, 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 heavy. Okay. That is very easy to remember. Hit. Hit. Hey. Let's see. So, hit, silence, hit, heavy. Okay. Hit. God, okay. God, my brain is dumb. There we go. Hey. Hey, this is gonna be an absolute bop, though. Hit, silence, hit, heavy. Okay. Same as the time. But I'm out of up. And over here now. I did not. Okay, I'm just improvising. Okay. Nope, I just did. So hit, hit, hit. Okay. Hit. 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 And back. Yay, oh, the vibes. Awaken. Wakey, wakey. It's time for school. Ah, the Blossom's familiar has finally answered our call. She must be Russian. She must be Russianu. Don't you think she seems kind of tired, though? Looks like we might need to help her out somehow. This is Russianu indeed, but perhaps we could have a nice meal? That's right. Grub, meat, veggies, sweet, salty. What should we get? Actually, hang on. Do parries even enjoy human food? Perhaps a repeat performance might do? So noisy. So sleepy. Yeah. Yeah, bro, reading all this dialogue's kind of getting me sleepy, not gonna lie, man. Paimon kind of thought that this might go differently, you know, like a moving reunion after many years. Not gonna happen? Actually, what kind of voice should I do for this being?
You are Sarush. I recognize you.
That's right. This is my Patty. Patty Sophie and her companion Paimon. And that is the... yeah, there's then this prick over here. Of the Order of the Skeptics. I've already forgot what voice I wanted to do for her. The Skeptics. Patty. I do not wish to know about these human affairs.
Humans and their drums are so noisy. I threw them into different places so I could sleep in peace.
Oh, the sense of lies. Oh, fair enough, innit? You know what? I kind of respect it though, to be honest.
How? But our documents recorded this so very clearly.
Yeah, well, welcome to misinformation, my guy.
Nor did Lady Sarouche say anything about this.
Against this. Ugh.
You must have slumbered too long here, Rashnu, muddling your memories of these affairs. Surely the scattering of the curry bands were meant to select those who might clear the trials.
So yeah, I think it just came to the point because there was the academia dude who literally just went back to like write light novels. He was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm out of my depths here, man. I'm off to go write novels and play card games." And then we got this being here is just like, you know what? Nah, man, I just want to sleep. You know, I respect it.
With those who could not solve such a small problem, providing unfit to call themselves Patti, for how then would they aid me in my great work of extinguishing the sign of Apusha?
Terrible.
Terrible pronouncing. The sign. I'm so tired. This is not the time to sleep. Yes, you see.
Oh god, went old there.
Sophie truly deserves the title of Patti. She has helped me immensely, but her help alone is not enough. Rashnu, I need yours as well. I get it. It was Servan who... She too approves of me, of course. All right, Rashnu. Would you come with me to the oasis? Well, it's not impossible. Basam's familiar. Please wait. I have many queries regarding the skeptic's traditions. Human business later. Perhaps we can talk later. Perhaps after I sleep for a bit. Maybe then. Ugh. Nasu, do you have other things to attend to? We can save your business with Rashu for another day.
Yeah, thank you. Get him out of here. He's annoying.
Yes, I will return to camp to accomplish that which I should.
You know, Paimon kind of feels bad for Juno right now. Yeah, well, I don't. He kind of deserves it. I'm afraid this isn't something we can butt into.
Yeah, Janu and Sarouche have known each other for a long time. They can settle this stuff between them, can't they? Whatever the case, if you'll come with us to the oasis, Rashu, Sarouche will be one step closer to getting the chaplain. Together? Now?
We'll meet there again later.
Good. Then I shan't have to think about what I should say on the way.
There's... Oh shit, I should have went with them. Oh god. I thought it was more of like a, oh, do you want to continue? Okay. Okay. Well, I missed a bit of dialogue there. My bad. Hey, oh, it happens. Let's see. Oh wait, I saw a viewpoint down here. Hey, that looks sick. Alright.
Take it easy.
Alright, we've been doing this for about let's see, near to 2 hours, nearing 3 hours. Normally if I was just doing grinding stuff, I could carry on for like a few more hours, but because I've been reading, it's been taking a toll on my voice, and it is putting me to sleep. It's a good old lullaby. It's making me drift. So I think we'll stop here today, and we'll carry on tomorrow, or maybe later today if I'm still awake by then, and I'll be able to do it. But I've enjoyed it so far. We've had a little bit of Camria lore sprinkled onto the plate so far, but nothing too major. But we have learned more about God, I can't remember the interesting thing they said earlier was something to do with, what was it again? It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't say it. I don't know. I'll probably watch the stream back and see if I can find it. It's not coming to me at the minute. But thank you for anyone that watched or is going to watch later. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you have all an amazing day. And stay safe. Bye.